Yo, Midwest Talk, Midwest Influence Fitness. It's your boy Insane Lex. Fuck with me, YouTube and Instagram. Holla. Yo, what's up, world? Insane Lex, Midwest Talk. You know what it is. You know how I get down. You know what the program is. I want to say thank you to everybody that's been checking out what's been on my YouTube page and what's been going down. I know it's been a while since I dropped a little bit of content, but had some bills to get paid. You know what I'm saying? The grind don't stop, but I'm back with you. But tonight, I want to voice my opinion on the word illusion. How many people really know the definition of illusion? An illusion is a figure of speech that refers to a well-known person, place, event, literacy, work, myth, or work of art. Is used to invoke association meanings and enrich the text. Now, I know a lot of people is going to look at this video and think, what do I mean by illusion? Illusion could be used in different ways: form, flattering, or manipulation to gain the masses to what you might be trying to gain or receive. Acceptance and interpretation of everything with an illusion comes with different benefits. You could be gaining a new position at work. You could be gaining new money on the block if you in that type of lifestyle, if you outside. You could be gaining different type of various of incomes or wealth that you can obtain through serious deeds or creating certain illusions. Now me, I look at illusion as far as like selling somebody or something a dream. People write every day with certain illusions that they create to gain the masses to be able to follow them into what they want them to believe or preach to the masses that they want them to believe. So you got to think of it from a hood aspect. Now, when we think of a pimp, do we think of a pimp as selling a dream as an illusion? Or do we think of a pimp just selling game to create that dream for you to follow it and accept it? Illusions are different things that we look to as far as like not disbelief, but what can continue to maintain us to move forward in life. Your job, for example. When you look for a certain job, it lists certain things in the criteria as far as qualifications, what you need to have this job, but it creates an illusion to what you can gain from working for them. You could gain 401k, we match that. You could gain this an hour. You know what I mean? You get a certain raise within this year or anything else. It's all an illusion to create you to be able to follow them, to want to fuck with them. Now, we as black people, we think of illusions as something to where it's something that we want to create for us to be able to gain or to profit from. To me, illusions is all about selling game. You can look at selling game in everyday life. You can look at selling game to a woman to feel like you just want to get in her panties. You know what I'm saying? You sell her an illusion that you're going to be faithful and this and that. But really, it's all just a dream for you to get to the promised land, which is between them legs. I get it. That's just how the game is supposed to be played. The game is to be sold, not to be told. So with that being said, you have to go ahead and move forward on the illusion that you created and gain something from it. Illusions could also be taken as lies. You just creating a lie to further your gain. How many people done use illusions or try to create a certain narrative to gain? You give me an inch, I'm gonna take more than a yard. I'm just double and triple like that. So the game is the game in a way, but the illusion that we create can somewhat bind us in somewhat of a lie or anything else that we might see as far as the profit to gain from that illusion. Religious. Most of your base religions all create a certain type of illusion. Now, I'm not atheist, but then at the same time, I do believe that certain religions create certain illusions to scare you and to gain you in, as far as like gaining your faith and gaining your, what they call it, your titans or your tithers, what you give to support that preacher or that spokesman for that religion to keep it going. I don't have nothing with religion. I believe everybody should keep some type of spirituality in whatever they doing. But then at the same time, I do feel like certain religions create a certain illusion for they create certain illusions to gain more members. And when I mean more members, I mean more donations. Pardon me. They gain more donations. The they can bigger the building or the mecca to where they can spread those illusions far and worldwide, international, whatever it be, etc. But then you have to think what illusions you create can put you in a certain mind state or a certain mind frame where you might be at in life as you live in it. Illusions I believe that you create and put out there to the masses can come back and bite you in the ass as well. I could create a narrative or an illusion that I'm this big time dope boy, I'm this big time killer, I'm this big time everything. But deep down I got skeletons that's in my closet that I don't want to be exposed, almost like kryptonite with Superman. It's certain weaknesses that people create so many illusions around that they just can't have exposed. And when they actually do get exposed, they don't know what to do. Most of them just end up folding. They fold and then they can't handle the pressure. If the pressure bursts pipes, get out the kitchen. You know what I mean? But there's also good illusions that you could use to gain and to keep people in the following. Like, just think of the word illusion. We all on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, whatever the fuck you want to say. All those social medias create a certain type of illusion for us to go ahead and follow them. Like everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like I know everybody that I heard the saying it's too many chiefs and not enough Indians that want to make whatever we're trying to grow. Because everybody wants to be the big boss. Everybody wants to be the one in charge. Everybody wants to be the one with the main ideas. Everybody wants to be the one with the counter ideas in case the main ideas don't work. I get that. But then at the same time, the illusion that we create, if everybody believes that illusion, then we can't lose. What does that say about Black America? Now, I know y'all been watching the videos. I know that y'all see that I talk about Black America every time, every go chance I get. Because why? I'm Black. I'm proud to be Black. Pardon me. But I do see a lot of Black people, as far as our own people, get caught up in too many fucking illusions. To my Black people out there, what dictates or what's your definition of a real nigga? I know this might sound like a fucked up question or whatever, but what dictates and what tells you what's the real definition of a real nigga? Is a real nigga based on just the materialistic shit that he had? The materialistic shit that you thought he had? Or what he did in the street as far as like how many bodies? And then with those titles, is that something that we should be glorifying and should be celebrating as a whole? Dig deep down and ask yourself that question. Because I mean, of course, I grew up seeing some legends. I grew up seeing, you know what I'm saying, different brothers who was out there in the streets who did their thing. Salute. But if they not, which some of them ain't here no more, are we just considering them a real nigga or a real individual just because they had the dopest car, they had the dopest women? Every time you seen them, they was never broke. They always had this, they always had that. Is that the standards that we want to glorify? Or are we trying to glorify something that has more meaning to it? Key word. Let's jump back. Illusion. What's the illusion that us as Black people, Black men, Black women, whatever, been taught with the illusion? A lot of us didn't come up seeing Black lawyers, Black doctors. I mean, we knew they existed. but we didn't. Some of us probably didn't have the what's the word I'm looking for, the chance to actually see that, but we already knew it was there. But the illusion that a lot of us actually encountered and grew up seeing was the nigga that's doing all the bad shit was the one who's supposed to get them terms as a real nigga. Illusion is everything. I can create an illusion that I'm the richest motherfucker out here on social media. I can have a video with a couple bands, a lot of little wad of money, fake money, which a lot of niggas is still doing. Buying that fake money off of Amazon, yeah, you know who you are. But doing all that, I create an illusion for everybody to believe that I'm that person that's doing it. Now, it can either create two things. It could create envy, or it could create some self-esteem for somebody that's seeing that and using that as motivation to go do what they want to do. But then at the same time, that illusion that you're creating can get you the likes, can get you the follows, can get you all that. But if that illusion is not creating no stream of income for you, then it's a bullshit illusion. You just out here faking it. And then if anybody can spot that, they're gonna exploit it and then try to exploit you. So my question is to the masses, when do we get off this bullshit illusion shit that we live in and basing our lives off of? Who's the realest nigga? Who got the most money? Who's the one that's out here calling the shots and trying to be in a different platform to show that like we the only people that really just be trying to floss on our own people? I done seen this before, and I seen it hashtagged a lot of times too. Like, why do we be so focused on trying to style on each other? Why are we always in the mode of trying to fuck over each other? Can anybody really say that? Can anybody really agree with that? Can anybody really address that or even try to come with it or to put it into terms to a point where we can get out of the illusion state and start dealing with more reality? Reality is what's going on now. I don't want to hear about that illusion shit. That illusion shit is just selling you a dream. Keep killing one another. Keep stealing from one another. Don't ever back up one another. Keep staying on the same plateau as we've been on. When we really need to progress and get out that illusion of the state of mind that we in. Who's going to recognize that? And when will we recognize that and wake up to it? An illusion is everything. There's an illusion in Islam. If you don't worship the Prophet Muhammad, or if you don't worship Allah, you're going to hell. There's an illusion in Christianity. If you don't accept Jesus Christ as your worship and savior, then you're going to hell. All these illusions out here in the real world should make you think on where your balance is to believe the illusion or move forth in what you want to do. I'm 100% in spirituality, but at the same time, I take spirituality for what I interpret and accept within myself, not an illusion. I do my own research on that and figure out what's the truth that I believe in, not what some other person is trying to paint a different illusion on what might not be my relevant truth to myself. We need to wake up. We really need to wake up because it's getting to a point now where all these different illusions is having people believe if you're not this, if you're not that, if you don't have this, if you don't have that, that you're nobody, which is not true. Everybody grinds, everybody walks, talks, eat, shit, sleep, all the same. Nobody is different. We all human beings. Don't ever let nothing else, no illusion or no nothing, set you back from how you move forward as a man or a woman in this world. Don't accept none of it. An illusion is an illusion. It ain't nothing but words trying to paint a picture for you to either believe in or follow or accept or take little parts of that illusion that might be relevant truth and use it to your own ability. Simple and plain. But enough of the illusion shit. I'm tired of illusion shit. Now I gotta get this is Midwest talk, so I like to keep it a little simple and I keep it a little ratchet as well. It's something that's really been bothering me for the last couple weeks. And I feel like I could release myself and talk about it and get some feedback from it. I want to know how many brothers is out there in my position with baby mamas. We got baby mamas. We deal with the bullshit. The Now hold on. First, I want to make a disclaimer. I want to talk to the brothers out there that got baby mamas, but actually is doing their due diligence. Now, even though you ain't with the child 24/7. Well, first of all, let me say this. There's a definition. You're either um it's different things when you're coming up with a child day to day. To me, if you're coming up with a child with the mother, that's a father. I know this might sound a little bit crazy to the masses, but you know what I'm saying? This is how I'm kind of put it in my eyes and my way of thinking. When you're just a dad and you and the mother are not together, but you still support. I'm talking to them brothers right there. And maybe some of the brothers that go through it where they see their child day to day or they in relationships. As a man, you come to a certain point where you just realize we have to take so emotional, not emotional, but mentally degrading shit just to be around our kids. Now, this is for the niggas that's not deadbeats. You know what I'm saying? The niggas who won't find a job, that won't even try to be around their kids or won't even try to do this and that to even try to be around their kids. None of that. Fuck them. We Xing them off. I'm talking about the real brothers out there, the real men. Even though they might not be on good terms with their BMs or their children's mother, but they still go out day to day trying to reach out and trying to get around their kids and play their position as co-parenting. It's been some recent things with me where I've seen where me being the more humble individual hasn't really got me nowhere but shit. You know, I think us as brothers, we go through so much shit with these women sometimes, man, where it just kind of puts us in a position where we get so cold hearted to and make you second guess like, damn, if I probably wouldn't have had this kid, I wouldn't even have to deal with this shit. Not saying that our children are not blessings. I'm not saying that. But it's still a thought and a process that go through a nigga mind with how much shit you go through. You know what I'm saying? I've always been the type of man where, yes, I have, different baby mamas and this and that, but they personal life is their business. I don't care to interfere with that. I don't care. We had that child, shit didn't work. I move forward, have a nice life. Simple and plain. I'm more focused on the co-parenting part. So I feel like effort should be put involved to make sure that child knows that the other parent loves them, which has been cool. But then I notice it gets to a certain point for my brothers out there that's working, you know what I'm saying, 50, 60 hours a week. No matter how many kids you got, my nigga, you still out there grinding, you pulling it out, you working them hours, you try going out your way, all that shit. Keep pushing, my nigga. Keep pushing. The blessings is gonna come. But for them brothers that's doing that shit like how I do and still get shitted on, it makes you colder to the world every fucking day. I swear, when you on the right path as a black man and you doing what needs to be done and you keep getting more and more shots thrown at you, it makes you get colder and colder, and your heart just turns more blacker and blacker towards everything. Some of the peace that us brothers get only get when it's just silence. Nobody is fucking with us. Nobody's asking for nothing. Nobody wants nothing. Nobody's asking us to go out our way. That is our only peace sometimes, when we get to sit back and just be like, damn, I could put my phone on D&D and ain't nobody bother me. That's my peace. In the gym. You know what I'm saying? And the gym is a nigga peace too. I ain't gonna even front though. And praying though too. You know what I'm saying? I know what I said about illusions with, you know what I'm saying, religious, but shit, Allah has kept me good. I still have my spiritual side. You dig what I'm saying? But I took the relevant truth that I found in Islam and brought it towards me. I didn't go for Islam just created on somebody's illusion. And I think that's where a lot of us need to go. You know what I'm saying? Just to find some peace. A lot of us brothers need peace just for us to just keep it moving. And the peace come from quietness, humbleness, working out, and good food. You know what I mean? Like, being in shape, being spiritually bonded, and having a good mind, soul, and focus on where you trying to be with your children and where your life is. Real brothers value peace. And I think that's where brothers need to bring it back to. You know what I'm saying? So if you got some niggas, you know what I'm saying, some real down ass brothers that you cool with, you know what I'm saying, hit them up, you know what I'm saying, greet them the right way. You know what I'm saying? This Midwest talk, so if you know how I'm talking, you know how to speak that language. You know what I'm saying? Hit your brother up and see how he doing. You know what I'm saying? And tell him it's always going to be brighter days on the darker side, because we all going through the same shit. We all going through it. But we still have to find some type of peace and some type of energy amongst those illusions to keep us moving forward in this day and time. Simple and plain. But I ain't going to talk y'all ear off that much. This was Insane Lex, Midwest Talk. I got some more interviews coming up pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? More guests. Be on the lookout for Why Black Men Are Single Part 2. Shout out my brother Miz. Shout out my brother Wakil Supreme. Shout out my brother Akil. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna have another episode on that note. You know what I'm saying? But this time we gonna add a little bit, a twist to it. You know what I'm saying? Why do black men cheat? You know what I mean? So we gonna put it out there a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, be on the lookout. Midwest Talk. Insane Lex. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my bro Miz. Fanatical Mask Codes, TheReal.com. You know what I'm saying? We coming with it. You know what I'm saying? Mizzo. You know what I'm saying? Wakil Supreme. And just be on the lookout for us. You know what I'm saying? I'm back now. You know what I'm saying? Episode back in tune. But, you know, just keep on the lookout. I'm going to keep it going. And peace and blessings to you. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that. Tell me what y'all think about Allusions as far as like Black America is going. Insane Lex. Peace and love. Yo, Midwest Talk, Midwest Influence Fitness. It's your boy Insane Lex. Fuck with me. YouTube and Instagram. Holla.